Okay, so this is video 8. Okay, so humanity's to have a great reunion, a family reunion, right? A great family reunion with the Creator, right? In the new Christ consciousness, right? We're to reunite with the celestial sphere, right? To our Christ consciousness, to the Creator, reunite with the Creator in our Christ consciousness, right? Um, by way of our Christ consciousness, and we're to awaken to our celestial body and the nightmare end, right? Because we will be able to see, you will be able to see the beast that has been stealing the soul, corrupting humanity, robbing the earth, right? Okay. So, now, as I said, the Awakener is here, and the Awakener came to the house of Israel, my house, alhamdulillah, awakened me in 2007, right? And then I in 2020, 2011, Ramadan, it came in Ramadan, it, no, no, it came 2000 and it came 2000 and 11, right? And it also departed in 2011, and that was in August 29th, no, August 24th. Ramadan 24, August 24th, 2011, and it was Ramadan 24, 2011, August, Ramadan 24, 1432, and August 24, 2011. So August and Aquarius, the house of Virgo and the house of Aquarius are united, as was exemplified by the Virgo, by the Phenix, Ramadan, Golden Lotus, Black Virgo, Black New Moon in Virgo, which was Safa 29, 1445, September 14th, 2023, which represented the new age of Aquarius, because it represented the embodiment of the birthday of the embodiment of the new age of Aquarius, and it also represented the the celestial yesteryear, as it represents by Elvis, as it represents by the father, celestial grandfather, who transitioned on September 14th, 1969. And in 1969, in 19, and as it relates to the transition of Elvis, and the celestial grandfather who transitioned September 14th was born Ramadan 20, right? Of 1359, which was November 2nd, 1939, and he transitioned, right? September 14th, but Elvis transitioned Ramadan, which is Elvis transitioned Ramadan 2nd, I believe it was 1377, and it was August 16th, 19 it was 1977, and it was 1397, 97, right? 97, 1397, and it was 1997. And my birthday, right, is my birthday is Ramadan, which is 97, and my birthday on the Islamic calendar is 1377, right? Okay, so there is those, and Elvis represents the old celestial New Year order, and I represent the new, coming from the ashes of the old celestial order, right? As represented by my father, born a Scorpio, my being his seed, and Elvis being the one who represents the old, right? Okay, now, and my son, the grandson of the celestial grandfather, and being also a Scorpio. And Pluto was in the house of Virgo when I was born, mashallah, when I was incarnated. And so my father transitions in Virgo, right? Um, and then we rise out of Virgo to have this new, this full moon, the completion of the cycle, right? Of the birth of the new 50,000 celestial year in the age of Aquarius, right? In the age of Aquarius as symbolic of January 28th and the celestial grandmother transition, and January 28th and the celestial aunt and the new year of, the embodiment of the new age of Aquarius, right? And Pluto's getting ready to go in Aquarius, right? All of that. I'm saying it like that because it's when you do the numbers and you see who the individuals are and how it relates to you and things that happen, it's fascinating. That's why it's so important. I really recommend you finding out, knowing yourself, knowing who you are, because alhamdulillah, I'm proud of myself, but I'm certain I know 100% you have reason to be proud of yourself too, Anyway, so as I said, so and my crown chakra opened. It didn't open direct immediately in 2007. No, it only opened when the harbinger. And no, it only opened Ramadan first. Um, it opened Ramadan first. Ramadan first. 1432. That's when it opened. And that was August 1st, 2011, when the Harbinger got here. The physical embodiment of the Harbinger got here. It's like that energy came when he came, or that energy was activated when he came. And my life has never been the same. Never been the same. And your life won't either be the same when your crown chakra opens as well. And I actually felt the shock again, in August, in Ramadan, Ramadan, around Ramadan 3rd or Ramadan 4th or something like that. No, it was before that. It was around Ramadan 1st. It was around Ramadan 1st. I felt the shock. And immediately when you feel the shock, your perception changes. Or when it's activated, because that's when the consciousness was activated. But when I first saw the arrival of the light that came, it wasn't. I felt the shock, but it wasn't activated because I just went right back to sleep after that. I didn't tell anybody. I recently told about two people what happened, but not many. This is the first time I'm espousing it all over, online. But when the harbinger, the embodiment of the harbinger came, I got the shock again. I I didn't get the light this time, but the harbinger was born into our lives, and then I felt the shock Ramadan, and my perception began to change, and that's where I said I was doing all kind of stuff, in the anxiety and the hypersensitivity and the uh, greater perception and just everything. You're like a newborn baby. You really, really are like a newborn baby. And I liken it to, being a newborn baby, because it's like when the newborn baby exits the womb, you know, in the womb, the sound is muzzled. They have no air on their skin. The only the voice they hear is that of their mothers and perhaps their brothers or siblings that's running around, or their father's voice. But the main voice they hear is that of their mother and her heartbeat, right? So, when they born, now they feel the sense of the cold of the air, all the sounds, all the lights, all the alien voices. It's just total chaos to the newborn, so they cry. They're hypersensitive, and to even somebody look at them, even they feel it, they cry. It's being like a newborn baby. So again, if I tell you, if anybody tells you, oh, they got their crown chakra open, it's not an easy thing. They're basically saying they were a newborn baby and they just came into the world and they stay the same. No, your life is never going to be the same. Never going to be the same. Never going to be the same. Okay. So, and again, you're going to need people to help you. You need people to help you. Alhamdulillah, for me, mashallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah had placed me because I was being prepared. I had, been prepared for this role I am in, to be the celestial mother, Azrael, head of the celestial rainbow body of man, I've been prepared for this position, I even, alhamdulillah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, saw myself prior to incarnation being in school, being prepared for this position, In fact, I even volunteered to come here. I saw myself in my vision volunteering to come here because I knew the children would not be able to handle, protect themselves or deal with the events that were going to take place in this time. So I volunteered to come here, mashallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, for this assignment. And I raised my hand to volunteer for this assignment because I was actually in a classroom when I was given this, when I volunteered for this assignment. I was in a celestial classroom prior to my incarnation, so I was prepared. And then, even after my incarnation, I was placed in a very, very highly academic environment, my first lesson was dealing with the so-called what were they called? They were called the Middle Eastern peace accords, right? The peace accords, right? That's what I was. That was what I cut my teeth on. The peace accords between the Egypt and the Zionist Israel. I mean the Zionist Ashkenazis that occupy the Holy Land. That's what I could. That's what I was cut my teeth on in regards to my introduction to. The consciousness, right? The higher consciousness, academically. So I was placed in a very advanced environment to prepare for this mission that I'm in carrying out. MashaAllah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when my crown chakra opened, it was still, and even for me, it was difficult. It was very difficult. I'd run and hide in bushes, I'm telling you, at night because I was scared, because you begin to sense so many different things. You have ESP, extrasensory perception. You become telepathic. You become all of those different things, right? And you try to deny it. You try to balance it out, But alhamdulillah, as I said, Allah had given me great knowledge prior to my awakening. He gave me great knowledge, so I could process. I could process everything what was going on. I'm still learning, alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I'm still growing, mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when I was birthed into my new consciousness, my new self, right, the new self, when I was born again, it was like my mother's voice was Michael Jackson. My mother's voice, my mother's heartbeat was that of Michael Jackson. The voice I heard was Michael Jackson. That's my celestial. I call him my celestial mommy, daddy, or daddy, mommy. I call Michael Jackson my celestial daddy, mommy, because that was a voice I heard, and in my celestial womb, as I call it, my celestial womb, I heard Michael Jackson because that was my Michael Jackson was my inspiration, my along with Islam, Michael Jackson was my divine inspiration. That was my go-to therapy. That he was my go-to therapy. So when my crown chakra opened in 2011, was activated, when my crown chakra was activated, again, I continue to repeat, all I had was the Michael Jackson Michael CD, and I played it day and night because it was the only thing, like a baby with his pacifier, a baby with his bottle. That was the only thing that would calm me down, that could keep me calm. It was so intense. You began to think, you know what the prophets went through when they had their awakening, and you will not wish that on anybody. It's that severe. You will not wish it upon anyone. It's that severe. And as I said, all I had was a Michael Jackson CD. We're going to go to video 9.